Hello, Sam-ariffic science fans! Recently in science class, we began a new unit, and it's actually kind of interesting. I know that normally Sam-ariffic science only does zoology, chemistry, astronomy, and botany, but today it's going to be a little different. Today we're going to unfold the world of heat. But before we begin, don't forget our goal of getting to 100 subscribers by January 1st, if possible. So, if you want to join in on that, then go down there and please subscribe. In this unit, one of the first things we learned were different heating techniques throughout time. One of the ways I found most interesting was how some ancient Chinese kings heated their palaces. They had their palaces built on stilts. This left room underneath for fire. This was a clever idea because heat rises. But wait, what is heat, Sam-ariffic science fans? Well, scientists think that heat comes from a theory called particle theory. What the particle theory is that all particles have kinetic energy. The more kinetic energy they have, the hotter they are. For example, gas molecules move faster than water molecules because the gas is hotter. But back up, what is kinetic energy? Well, kinetic energy is energy possessed by all moving things. For example, when a ball is rolling down a hill, it has kinetic energy. But when a ball is sitting right on top of a hill, it has potential energy. The faster something is moving, the more kinetic energy it has, and the more heat it gives off. This raises one other question. How is heat transferred? One way to think of it might be a game of pool. When one moving ball smacks into another stationary ball, they're both moving, but slower than the first moving ball. The same thing happens between particles as they pass kinetic energy. But one thing to remember is that heat isn't a thing. Heat comes when particles move. Heat can be transferred in 3 different ways. The first way is that it can be conducted. This basically means it can hitch a ride on something that's moving. For example, if you put a stick in a fire, and the tip of the stick lights on fire, and then you pull the stick out of the fire and put the stick into another pile of sticks, the whole pile will light on fire. Next is conversion. That's when anything lighter than our atmosphere rises, such as helium. This is basically what I was talking about earlier when we were talking about Chinese palaces. The third and final way is radiation, which is some pretty advanced science, but the simplest way to describe it is that radiation is heat that travels through space and may be able to penetrate certain objects. A better definition will be in a link in the video description. Now, I think we all know how important heat is for living things, whether you're talking about plants, animals, or humans, but we obviously don't want too much heat. Different animals have different ways of getting the heat they need, but also staying cool. Geckos, snakes, and other reptiles bask in the sun to get heat. But when they've had enough, they go back into the shade so they don't overheat. Humans have sweat glands all over their body. The water keeps them nice and moist. Anyway, that's about all for this video, Sam-ariffic science fans. Comment down below what my next video should be about, and I hope you enjoyed. And thank you for watching.